morning, everyone. Good morning.
Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, good morning, everyone. I'm going to call the special board meeting of Harvey Public School to order on August 4th, 2025 at 7:02. We have pledge allegiance. We have approval of the agenda, but I don't know if we really need to approve the agenda because we cannot change the agenda. So we'll just skip that part. We'll go on a special meeting. We're not allowed to change the agenda. So we'll go right into the letter D, item for discussion, and then we'll talk about personal handbook and Mr. Hoff.
We updated there so it was compatible with Google Docs. Some of the formatting we still need to tweak a little bit, but any potential changes are highlighted starting specifically on page 24. On page 24, under number 7, holidays, we
different than ours. Mine, yeah, mine 24 is this here one with all. Yeah, mine too.
Oh,
Mine's right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe make it different. I printed it, because I couldn't see that on my Google one.
You know what, I think,
Here. I think I have 2 copies of it here, maybe it.
When I tried to print it from my PS one, it was just all.
So he give you one this morning.
yeah,
He give you a new one. I was looking at my old one too. He give you a new one. Take the new one. You have it out this morning?
Okay, yeah, so that's my 22.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so it is there.
Oh, I didn't have any of this either.
I've got this clip.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, mine's, all right, thank you.
sure, we'll see in here.
Okay, sure, yeah.
On page 24 under holidays, there was some verbiage that didn't really have discretion to specifically to 12-month or full-time employees. They're only 12-month and full-time employees will also be paid for Memorial Day for ancillary staff, and Independence Day as well. So we wanted to make sure that was kind of cut and dried. If that makes sense. Going over to page 25, meal and travel expense guidelines. I added, it says meals are reimbursed at, and I wrote the state rate for that calendar year, because typically that state rate updates the 1st of January every single year. Breakfast rates, lunch rates, and dinner rates, which are set by the state, are highlighted there. Also, there was some discussion about mileage. Obviously, our state rate right now is 70 cents per mile. We wanted a little more discretion to that. If a school vehicle is available for a staff member to take to a training, whether it be Bismarck, Minot, Devil's Lake, etc., if that's available for them to take, we highly encourage them to take it. So we added, if a school vehicle is available for use during the time of your travel and you choose not to use it, mileage will not be paid for your trip. Because essentially, at that point, it comes down to a personal choice, and I guess that's, in my opinion, we just needed verbiage in there to make it one way or the other. Down on number 13, we just updated the first pay period for September will be Friday, September 12th, 2025. We highlighted the substitute teacher pay and long-term sub pay. And if you go to the next page, we wanted to add that piece about student use of personal technology. So number 16 is in addition to the personnel handbook as well. And obviously the formatting on that flow chart below needs to be updated. Figured out. changes that go along with the personnel.
Okay, I guess I would entertain a motion to accept the first reading of the personal handbook, and if you have questions, you can ask that.
I'll make the motion to accept the first reading.
Is there a second? Hey, James and Colette, probably moving second that we accept the first reading of the personal handbook. Any discussion, questions?
One quick thing on page 11, I think, on this one.
Okay,
5?
At the bottom of the page, that still needs to be turned to, changed to Wednesday by 4.
okay.
Okay, and again, this is the first reading, so if you find something you'd like to discuss, we can do that when we do the second reading.
So you
Go ahead.
just said those are updated, the prices? Somebody double check those. Okay.
The per diem ones,
I meant the substitute teacher pay and stuff.
they should.
That stayed the same, that we didn't change this year from the negotiation, so.
Okay.
I thought you meant the new ones.
Well, yeah, that too. I see the per diem was, or the mileage is updated.
Okay.
I didn't check the other.
Okay, any more discussion? Any more discussion? Yeah.
Zane just
Yeah.
pointed something out to me, I need to correct that date for the first day of the pay period.
It's Friday, September 15th.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. No, that's okay.
The meal
September
ones,
15th?
Friday, September 15th, it is a Monday, so.
and the meal prices actually on page 25 are off. They are 16, 19, and 28.
Okay, we will change.
Yeah.
16,
16, 16, 19, and 28.
Actually, we're on the right
Yeah, I
Okay.
haven't seen that.
Okay, they have been updated on my digital copy.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay, any more discussion? Any more discussion? Any more discussion? Okay, all those, seeing no further discussion, all those in favor of, accepting the personal handbook first reading, please say aye.
Okay.
All opposed? Motion carries. All right, the fun part, budget. All yours.
Mine?
Superintendent.
Yeah. So, I guess we kind of sat down and went through this, kind of piece by piece, a 2 weeks ago, and it took the better part of, the day. We went through and updated, obviously, insurance, salaries, et cetera. Colette, you saw a couple of discrepancies in the insurance, you said.
Right, yeah, I think you fixed them.
So obviously leaving some space in there for para needs, also custodial needs as well. The one change that I had in here, last year we had allotted 90,000 for an activities bus. I bumped that number down to 50. It's noted as activities bus, but it's specifically for vehicles. So if something were to come up where we would need to update something or upgrade something, then the 50's written in there. When you go down to the revenue portion specifically, we have not received our updated taxable valuation from Sheridan, Pierce, or Benson counties just yet. Some of those federal revenues, Title II, Title III, Title V, are still coming through the pipeline, and they're seem to be being released slowly. So those are still input as zero for the time being. So hopefully when those are released and then our, bottom line will look a little bit better. As far as mill increases, we did some adjustments, based on need. Miscellaneous fund in the previous year, I believe, was at 7.75. So I upped that a little bit. We're sitting fairly healthy in our building fund, so we adjusted that down a little bit as well. And then our special reserve did not change. So once those taxable valuations come in from those last three counties, we can adjust this to have a better picture of what those revenues locally are gonna be.
I think from what I understand, Wells County, the valuation went up a little bit.
It did, yeah.
And the valuation, I think, is a little higher than what's on here, so hopefully, like you said, that was.
Yeah.
Between that and the title, I had asked last year, I think in Title 5 or, well, 2 through 5, I think it was a total of like 64,000 we got, so if we would get something around that, that would help that bottom number between that and the valuation.
That's not even factored in.
So they kind of took it away, you know, brought it back. Those numbers yet. Mm-hmm.
The building fund prior was another 6.
It was at 7. And again, those, we don't have these levies set in stone yet. We just thought we could adjust those numbers from the building fund to the miscellaneous fund to help that bottom line a little bit if need be. And that's open to discussion, obviously, but.
Between the caps and the insurance went up so much, so it bites. So I think the most that we could get from this year from local because of 3% cap is like 61,000.
Roughly 61,000 increase.
Is all that we could ask for. Not much of an increase on 6 million.
Yeah.
And the insurance will go up 21.2%.
What do you think the dollar value of the insurance, John?
I think you kind of estimated it.
Approximately $185,000.
$185,000 jump because of the rate.
Yeah.
Somebody wanted to.
That's more.
And they give it to you in July, you're supposed to figure it out.
Yeah. We budgeted for 5% when we did the negotiations, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, could you imagine that they had this smaller one, that would make that bottom number a little bit?
Pretty sure that number that you got in the budget.
Oh, the deficit?
It's,
It should be approximately page.
This is the new revised one.
Oh. Okay. You have this one? Did you do that one, Vanessa?
he just handed them out.
Right, your title's not on it.
Hopefully, when he has.
Okay, so you're saying right now what you've done, your projected budget is, we're gonna deficit spend 270,818.
Correct.
And do you think that could improve?
I do, once those federal funds are released and once we get those taxable valuations set in stone, I think it could. Right now I have it, our miscellaneous funds bumped up as much as we possibly can there. So I would guess it to be and then take that with a grain of salt. Before, but probably in that 240 range, somewhere in there, 225, 240.
Because if we could get like 60 or 65 or something in title, you know, that would bring it down, and valuation went up a little bit. More than 65,000.
Considering.
So we get lucky, they could maybe get down to 200.
And that'd be awesome considering.
Well, that's like 185,000 in insurance and that, we can't do anything else, so yeah, it would really be nice if we could get it to that, so. Hopefully it'll.
And you spent quite a bit of time on this.
So the miscellaneous amount from what number?
It was at, we had it at
He
7.75.
met with,
So 103.
We bumped it up
You met
already.
with-
They'll accept that.
I was going,
You took that pretty much. So we were really gonna have to raise taxes.
I think it, that.
No, I mean,
It's after 10 hours.
this is compensated for.
And then I know
3%,
him
but also
numerous times,
the
him again,
hard valuation.
he's also
of
been
it,
through it, so. I know Aaron spent a lot of hours, because I know that day, like you said, it was 10 hours, that Robbie came and helped that day, and then I know they've been on the phone numerous times, and Dan was helping them with mill levy, and so, and from what I just, whenever I've been in the office, I just know that he spent a lot of hours on this the last 2 weeks.
Okay, well, there'll be no action taken on this today, so there'll be action taken on it at our meeting, so we have time to look through this, and if you have questions, please call.
Hopefully by then we'll get some.
I'll make it more.
Yeah.
So like 4.07 is the, on the
Building
building
fund?
I'm talking about, is the
Yep.
mill rate?
Yep.
Before that was 7.
That was 7.05.
This one's going.
Okay,
A little bit less than.
any other questions? Please review this very decisively between now and your meeting, and give Mr. Aaron a call, or come in and talk to him if you have questions.
And know that it took me a little while to dig through this before I really understood how each piece worked together, so I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna be spending a lot more time looking at this moving forward.
Watching them, I don't do a lot of Excel, but watching them and all these cells and different things, and I was like, wow.
And you found Dr. Lukens very helpful,
Oh,
so I think you need to
tremendous.
comment on that.
Yeah.
So, all right, any other questions? Okay, again, take your time, look this over, and then we'll make the final decision at our, regular board meeting in August. And, again, don't hesitate to call if you have questions. Okay, we'll move on then. So, the staff picnic, if you remember, that came about, and maybe we got some things here now that came up instead, but remember the reason we talked about that was, back in, I don't know, April, May, whatever, April, I guess, when we sat down and went through the survey results of the teachers. We found that, you know, maybe the board is kind of lacking a little bit, and we wanted to reach out and do something to show appreciation, maybe get to know the teachers, and that was where this came from. Now I see that the banks are doing a staff picnic, Mr. Rock. Do you know anything about that?
The
You know,
13th,
The 13th. You know what that's all entails?
essentially, it's just, kind of a big, so in talking with the, presidents of the bank, they wanted something where they feel like they want to get the school at the heart and soul of the community again. So just to bring people in, you know, just visit, it's nothing formal. They just wanted to do some sort of gathering. I think it's planned to be at Sioux Line Park, just where community members can come and visit with teachers if they're there, administration, et cetera, just to try to get that, to try to bring the community back into involvement with the school, so.
Okay, that's the 13th.
Yeah.
I thought I saw the times on that too.
He hadn't sent that to me just
It
yet.
was on, social media. Okay, so again, let's go back to this, what are you guys thinking? I guess it was just a suggestion that I remember part of the discussion being, here we sit on the board and we don't even know who some of the teachers are, and we wanted to be we wanted to show more of caring about the staff and wishing them a good year. So what are you guys thinking on this? I mean, if there's already a picnic, I don't know if, I'd like to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, I think if there's already one, I don't know.
And maybe it's something, I still think it's something we need to do, but maybe not right now.
What if you look in the spring of the year during like teacher appreciation week?
And that's fine too. My only thought was, get to know the new teachers, get to know who they are. That was my thought, so if I see a teacher at the grocery store and I like to say, well, how's it going? But you know what? We have a big enough school where I don't know some of the elementary teachers, and I think that's wrong.
Would we, I know we can't mandatory, but do they want you, I guess I don't know, do they want you to at least like send an email out to all staff?
I will.
You're
yes.
encouraged, because
Yes.
I know we can't make anybody, because that way, if we wanna go, and
Yeah,
I think it's good for us to go,
I think-
I'd like to be able to meet them then.
I guess I would recommend, and I know that you farm, but I would recommend that us as a board go to this thing on the 13th to show the support as well. I would recommend that, and I know that your combine is totally understandable, but I think it's important that we show that too, so. Okay, so what are you guys thinking? Hold off on this for now, or what are you thinking? I mean, don't want to do all the talking here, but I know the intent was a good intent.
I'm just trying to think if we can do something a little smaller.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Because this is inherent community,
Right.
so we could do some little something for the teachers, I guess I'm not sure what, but even like a little social or something, I don't know.
Doesn't have to be a big deal, just,
Let me look at something here.
But I know I
Like
don't
an
wanna do the
after
same
school?
thing again, yeah, I agree,
Yeah.
I don't wanna do the same thing again or whatever, I think.
welcoming them, and the idea is,
I also don't wanna keep them busy so many nights too before
Right.
school starts, because they already have 2 in-service days and they're picking and another picnic and.
and if you do something after school, then you're worrying about, then you got your coaches.
Or would there be something with one of these?
Well, that's what I'm
Right,
looking
and we
at.
could,
So
a lunch
the
or-
14th is all laid out already. Lunch is gonna be provided that particular day. The 15th is, I don't have any specific lunch set up yet. I mean, I have it earmarked from 11:30 till noon.
Maybe that's short.
Yeah.
Oh, that is short.
Yeah.
But then again, it's also done at 3:15. So if we had like, if you wanted to do like coffee and cookies or something afterwards or that, I don't know, I'm just spitballing ideas here.
That's a Friday, right?
Yeah.
That's not just a way of,
Just getting to know,
Yeah.
yeah. Either one of those days, not that it makes a difference to me, but maybe on Friday, it's kind of the last weekend they have, do they wanna like take off, do we wanna do it Thursday maybe? Like it, when they're done?
Yeah, you could do that.
I mean, just cause I know it's their last long weekend, and school starts next Tuesday, Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
So, I just thought they might be in a hurry on Friday, that they've been sitting for 2 days, they might wanna leave.
Right.
Oh, but.
I
just teasing
don't worry
you.
about golf.
Sorry.
Whoa, whoa,
I just
whoa.
thought I had to tease you.
That's okay.
I just thought I had to tease you.
It's okay. So what are you guys thinking about that?
I don't know, it was just a thought, I just didn't know.
I think it's a good idea. They're already there, so we don't have to try and get them to come to something else.
Right, 'cause I don't.
And it will be really, just a way of saying, welcome, to our school district. I hope you have a great year. We're here as board members to
And put a face to a name.
put a face to a name. It's just a way of trying to bring this all a little closer together.
What time are they done on Thursday?
3:15.
3:15.
So we should do that, we're gonna put in charge of that.
Oh, I suppose I'll volunteer.
If not, you were gonna get appointed, so,
I figured that.
and I will help you.
Okay,
I
but
will
I
help
mean, do we just wanna do like a coffee, or, I mean, like a bar or a snack, or, you know, just something, right? Cookies or something like that, or whatever, and then a drink or something, or other, like juices or waters or something, or other. Yeah. Nope.
Okay, and then we'll send
Not
out,
on school grounds.
and then we'll send out to the rest of the, and you'll take care of that, letting the staff know that we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
It's just an appreciation from the school board, and then, there's gonna be some coaches there too, so there'll probably be,
Yeah.
but we'll do the best we can, okay? Is everybody good with this?
Would this be at the high school here? or-
Yeah.
Yeah, cause that's where the in-service will be. They'll all be here.
What's the date on that?
14.
14?
Be here at 3:00.
Yeah, and our board meeting will be the night before.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so we can.
So we'll talk about it then, but we'll have to have a plan, we can talk about, so our board meeting is the 13th, and then we'll do this on the 14th. Okay? Everybody good with this? Everybody think that's a good, solution to, like I said, it all stemmed from some good discussion we had from the, teacher surveys.
Yeah.
Okay? All right, I will move on then. I will go to number 4, high school handbook, second reading. And I know the big thing we need to discuss here is the, cell phone policy. So, Mr. Hoff, do you have anything you wanna say before we talk about this, or?
That one starts on page 32.
Page 32.
No, not that I.
Is it correct that they can't have it in their backpack?
Correct.
Off
Yes.
in the backpack. So it's gotta be in their locker.
Yep.
Or we can't carry backpacks.
Okay.
They can't carry
Can't
That's
backpacks
right, they can't carry backpack.
Yeah, from class. to
because
class.
of that. I mean, I think that's a lot of the motivation for not carrying backpacks role.
Okay.
So I think.
Any discussion?
I mean, I still think the consequences are a little stiff, but see how it goes again. I think my other concern honestly is that the consequences are a little vague. I have a bit of fear that they'll not be necessarily implemented completely. What's the right word?
With fidelity, basically.
Well, consistently, that's the, because they're so broad, but that's just my concern on that.
I just know that he mentioned that when he was talking to his staff, that they were gonna all be on the same page, start off on the first day. And his thought was just that they're being tough right away was like, don't say that everybody knows they get a warning, because then everybody's gonna use it. It's like, this is how it is, and it's not just that it's policy, it's a law, you know, so. That was his reasoning for starting out being tough right away, and that's what he said, increasing the policy, meeting whatever and stuff, that is, so. But yeah, if they're all on the same page and all do it, like you said, with fidelity and consistency, they'll all know within a day or two, one or two gets in trouble, and they'll be there.
Well,
They'll follow it.
it's a big thing, you can't open up a newspaper, or can't look at social media without it.
Right,
Hearing some school talking about how they're gonna handle this, and so it's a big deal. And so I guess to me is if your principal, Mr. House, has worked with his, people, and he's come up with a plan, he's willing to back this, then me as a board member say, go for it, Mr. House, and I wanna support you 100%, so.
So the elementary is consistent with high school, right?
Yes.
Some,
Is there some switches there?
There's.
I mean, maybe not the penalties, but I
No.
mean consistent about not having them on,
Yeah.
or on them.
Penalties are pretty much 100% insignificant compared to the high school.
Oh, definitely, yeah. But I'm sure some
And-
kids
and-
have it.
I would hope to think there aren't that many elementary kids with phones, but I'd be shocked when you
Oh, you'd be shocked.
You'd be shocked.
Yeah.
95% probably.
My kid wouldn't have one at that age, but that's okay, that's me, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so, any more discussion?
Yes, I do still have to push back about the short policy. It's too short. Kelly explained his reasoning, but it's,
What page is that on?
I'm looking at it, I don't remember. I guess it could just be nice table of contents that has,
Yeah.
It's on the middle of page 24, it says the male shorts must be mid-thigh, and female shorts must extend to their palm by their side, with their arms by their sides. So it's, you stand with your hands down, it's like right there, and it is, had several people do it, it is ridiculously short. And I know his argument is that they can't find shorts, but I will tell you that a quick Google search, they're there. There are shorts.
What would you be more comfortable with?
I think it was fingertips.
Yeah, before it was fingertips, and all the time that I thought it was fingertips.
I would be good with fingertips. Yeah.
That's
Or at least if we even do this.
Knuckle? That's another 2 inches.
Well, I mean, another,
No, I
Because
don't-
if you go from here to there, it's like, that is a lot of good, but 4 inches or.
that's a fair amount.
I know Kelly with his wrestling stat girls, he makes them, he has a strict code there too, on the conservative side. So I'm surprised that this was this changed?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, a lot of pushback, I think, is why.
yeah.
Why?
Girls said that they couldn't find shorts that were that way.
But I think we can be the bad guys instead of Dad being the bad guy. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That is a little important. Gary, do you have an opinion on this?
Well,
As a dad?
As a dad,
Or as a principal that has to enforce it? Or superintendent has to back the principal?
I can see both sides 100%. I do know how the length of shorts can be a distraction for some students or could cause a stir. I also know that in shopping with my almost teenage daughter, they're not the easiest things to come by, a little bit longer, but I guess I can leave it up to you guys. I mean, I could go both ways, I really could.
They have long arms or short arms.
Well,
You want them to have long arms.
That's a factor into-
Big difference.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can't say 7 inches from your hip and
No.
measure everybody.
Yes,
You know.
right, no, I get it as to why you have to use something, but that makes a big difference too.
I'm gonna follow Kelly's lead, I guess. That's fine. What they want. We put a thought in planning into it.
Yeah, but,
I know.
are we letting the girls run the show or the?
Well, are they gonna ever walk around in their volleyball uniforms? Yeah, that is,
I agree.
I mean.
And that's regulated by the Okay?
But this could actually be shorter than that. This is short. I'm telling you. I would say the volleyball uniforms are longer than what this is for, especially for the shorter girls.
This one, yeah, they're pretty short, I mean,
Yes.
so right at the. The only other thing is too, that I guess when he's not here, I think that. I mean, unless we wait with this until next week, I mean, I don't know, I hate to blindside him with or whatever now, if he's not here, but he
Right.
would speak for himself, and
I
if
agree
he's
with
talking,
that.
I mean, that would be the only thing.
You're saying delay the second reading until the next meeting?
It is before school starts, I know that's what they want to do shopping or whatever, I don't know.
Oh, they want to print these out, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure they do for
Sure, he
registration.
wants to get moving, that's one of the, that was the promise I made to him, why would he do this during
Yes,
this meeting,
that's
so he
right,
could get
that's
going
right.
on
Mhm.
in his defense, so. And, you know, the board, the buck stops at the board, so if you decide to change it, it's your right and opportunity. So,
We'll take a motion.
you can make a motion.
I move that we amend the female shorts to. How would one say this?
Knuckle?
Second knuckle,
Second knuckle?
second knuckle either way.
Good point.
Well, then it's kind of halfway in between, it's not fingertips and it's not palm, it's.
Okay, is there a second to that?
You said second knuckle, is that how you would?
Yes.
Is there a second?
I'll second it for the.
Okay, for discussion? Okay, properly moved and seconded that we're going to amend, female shorts will extend to their palm, and the word palm will be replaced with knuckle, second knuckle. Okay, discussion, for why,
What does anybody else think? I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm just setting with Bill, I guess that's all.
Mhm.
Not like a one
Right.
thing shorter, that's not.
Yeah, no, I mean,
you're siding with his reasoning and because he's the principal?
And he's got,
Okay, and he's gotta enforce it,
that's how I feel also.
okay? All right, any other discussion? Ness has already expressed her opinion, we all know where she stands, it's pretty strong, so that's, and she certainly has a right to that. Any other discussion? All those in favor of amending this policy, where the word palm is scratched off and inserted with second knuckle, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion fails. Okay? All right, any other discussion? Everybody's good with that? Everybody, okay, so again, what we're gonna get the most feedback on is the cell phone policy. Okay? So, if everybody needs to be comfortable that you're gonna back it, everybody with that, okay? Everybody's comfortable?
we have to.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, again, the buck stops here, so everybody's gotta be comfortable. Say, oh, I didn't, no, this is the board, so we have to say, this is our policy. Okay? Everybody's good? All right.
Probably the parents.
I would accept a motion to accept this high school handbook on the second reading.
I make a motion to accept the handbook.
Is there a second? Probably moved and seconded by Colette, seconded by James, that we accept this high school handbook on the second reading. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? All in favor of accepting the high school handbook's second reading, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion unanimously carries that we will accept this, and Kelly has the permission now to print and start using it. Okay? All right. Computer rotation. Swap.
So in digging through the budget and kind of going through where we had talked about the computer rotation previously, I recommend for the time being, we go with what we had proposed 4, including updating the K3 or 1 through 3 to Chromebooks, and then establishing that 3-year rotation, 4, 7, and 10 for Chromebooks as well.
Okay, I entertain a motion to accept his recommendation, and then we can discuss.
I'll make a motion to accept.
Is there a second? Okay, James? All right, probably moving second, and we accept Mr. Loft's recommendation of 4, 7, and 10 every 3 years. Anything else to that? Did I get that motion right? Okay, discussion.
We come to a total of 79, 703, 32.
79
703, 32.
and 32 cents?
I guess unless, as long as they stayed the same.
Yeah.
So I added them up from last
And
month.
know that for me, changing this in this first month would really have thrown off any tech plans for the entire year, especially when this stuff needs to get ordered to get here before school starts. But also know that I'm gonna be sitting down with Corbin and some principals and stuff to see if we can extend it, you know, because we've had a 3-year rotation, we've had a 5-year rotation. Is it feasible to meet in the middle and find a 4-year rotation that works for everybody? Hopefully, in knowing that those computers can last to that point. I'll also reach out to some area schools, comparable schools, to see what their rotation looks like and to see the feasibility of stretching it from 3 to 4 years. So.
Okay, so if I get this right, your recommendation is let's go 3 years, but I am going to do research to see if I can do 4 as I work through my principles in my first year.
100%.
And I think that's a fair statement.
Did technology really meet on this?
Cause that's pretty much hasn't changed. I mean,
They will-
besides
I'm
the
assuming that they
first year
will,
one.
so he can go, I mean, you're gonna use your technology committee and your principals to
Yes.
look into this?
Yep.
But for now, you're saying, well, let's just stick with this until I get my feet, so we know exactly what we're doing.
Yep.
All right,
Well, I think the other thing too is that this one of them here from this VIG for that elementary one, at $99, I think technically they had told her that they would keep it that price till August 1st. I think when she called and knowing that we had a meeting today, I think they were gonna hold the price just until this morning, that they wouldn't go up. So we'll have to let Corbin know right away so that she can tell them that.
okay, I think that's important too. All right, any more discussion? Any more discussion? Any more discussion? All right, seeing no further discussion, we're going to vote on accepting the superintendent's recommendation to keep the computer rotation at 3 years. Within parentheses, he will do some research. All in favor, please say aye. All opposed? Okay, motion unanimously carried. Okay. All right. Now my favorite part.
Yeah.
Dear Harvey School Board members, please accept this letter as my formal resignation from my position as business manager of Harvey Public School with my departure plan for mid to late October 2025. Serving the district since last May has truly been a privilege. I'm grateful for the chance to work with such a committed and supportive team. The memories and connections made in Harvey are ones I will carry with me throughout my lifetime. To the school board, thank you for your steady support and patience throughout my time here. Your encouragement made my work more meaningful and enjoyable. To the administrators, teachers, secretaries, maintenance staff, food service staff, paraeducators, bus drivers, and coaches, thank you for welcoming me with open arms. It has been a pleasure to work alongside such dedicated and kind individuals each day. I wish the district continued success moving forward with the leadership of the current administration. I am confident that the future holds great things. I am committed to ensuring a smooth and successful transition for the incoming business manager and will provide full support throughout the handover process. My wife and I leave Harvey with full hearts and lasting gratitude for the kindness and support shown to us. Respectively, James Remington. Okay, so we need a motion to accept his resignation.
Make a motion to accept his resignation with thank you for helping us and being willing to stay for a while.
Is there a second? Okay, properly moved and second to accept Zane's resignation. Again here, sometime mid to late October. All in favor, please say aye. All opposed? Okay. All right, so now I guess I would entertain a motion. I think we need to open this position immediately.
Make a motion to advertise and open it immediately.
Is there a second? Okay, properly moved and second that we advertise this position immediately. All right, we need to put did we put a dollar amount on this before? 55 to 80? Everybody comfortable with that? 55 to 80? Do you always put the term, always put behind a negotiable? Depending on experience. Okay, so it's probably moved and seconded that we open this position immediately. With the salary range of 55 to 80,000. With the thing, negotiable upon experience.
And then we added last year that we wanted to with full family. I mean, is that?
I'd assume so. I assume that that's a nice
Just wanted to
benefit.
make sure. So
With full family?
That's what we did. So that way then she puts them.
Okay. Any other discussion? Anything else we want to talk about this? And we'll open this ASAP.
Are we doing any sort of a end date?
We should have an end date. 2 weeks? A month? 3 weeks? End of August? End of August?
I was gonna say September 1.
September 1. And if we get candidates before September 1, doesn't mean we can't interview before September 1.
Or do we just put open until filled?
What do you guys think?
And with it, because with the phrase open until filled, it creates more of a sense of urgency for people to apply.
Okay? Is everybody good at that?
And then we can also interview anytime we want.
Correct.
Okay.
And the ideal perfect world is we have someone by September 1, and then we can, and you can make it work with Zane for 6 weeks. You know, the carrot here is that we have Teresa that has been working as an assistant, so that's going to be a little bit of a help. All right, all those in
Hold on,
favor?
sorry, wait. You want those applications submitted to you?
Yes. But the board hires.
100%.
Board hires.
Yeah.
But you handle the applications.
Yep.
You handle the process. You sit on the interviews, but it's the board's decision.
Yep.
Everybody's okay with that? Okay. All those then in favor of opening up this position immediately, and Aaron will post it. You can work with that, with him to post it.
Yep.
And I'm going to go over this again. It's going to say a salary range of 55 to 80. Apply with full family. Application open until it closes.
Open until filled.
Open until filled. Open until closes. That was a good one, Wade. Okay, all those in favor of that motion, please say aye. All opposed? Okay, motion passes. And again, Zane, thank you for your, been fun to work with, I'm gonna miss you.
Thank you guys.
So, I mean, I hope that this experience you provide, you're fun to work with, so.
Thank you very much.
Okay? All right, so now, we need to spend a little bit of time on this, and this is something we need to, this is another thing we've been required to do by the board, by the state. So we have to allow public participation at board meetings. And so if you notice on our agenda here, this is the first and second reading, because we've got to start this on the 13th. So,
We can't do second reading. It hasn't been available for the public at all. We can implement it without having a second reading. But the
Since when do we have to make one available to the public?
policy,
None of our other policies we've ever.
yes, we have, they're always on, they're always,
After they're implemented or before?
guess in the past, whenever we've made it, I don't remember that we've had.
Okay, I shouldn't say we can't, it's
Oh, okay, that's
highly inappropriate.
We've done it before though. First and
I
second
don't
reading.
know that we've, yes, but not when it's not been available. Nobody has had an opportunity to look at this basically except us.
Bottom line still stops with us though. We're the ones that make this policy. You know, so anyway, okay, well, let's do this, before we argue about this, let's go through this. And we need to be very, very, we need to take time here, I know it's getting late, but some of you want to do things, but we need to make sure that we, agree on everything here, all right? So, if we look at the top here, the board must give individual members of the public the opportunity to provide comments at every regular meeting. Therefore, the board should include an agenda for public comment on each regular meeting agenda. An individual providing comment at a meeting shall provide it to the governing body in writing the individual's name and address. We can go back and change that, can't we? An individual providing comment, oh, okay.
Yeah, name and address.
Okay, the individual's address is an exempt record publicly maintained by the district. The presiding officer shall introduce public comment agenda and request that any members of the public wanting to provide comment may stand during the agenda item, be recognized and provide their name for the board minutes. All right, so.
On that paragraph, I think if I remember what you're talking about is, do we want it to, besides individual's name, address, and also should they write down the agenda topic?
Yes.
So we could write the individual's name, address, and agenda topic when they sign in.
And then we talked about when they can sign in, right? Do we have to put that somewhere? Because I know
Sign in.
the options of wanting to sign in would be that you would have to, contact the president or or someone, but I think, to me, it's like, you should be able to sign in up to the day of the meeting. There should be a sheet like we did when Mr. Span was here, that you walk in at the day of the meeting at 7 before, and you can sign in your name, what you're gonna talk about, and then when the meeting starts, we'll go grab the sheet. After the meeting starts, you cannot, but we'll give you up until the meeting date to walk in and sign in. Everybody okay with that? Because I think that's more fair than trying to contact someone. And you still have the right to come in and talk, but you gotta be here before the meeting starts, put your name down, and then I will instruct Mr. Loft to go grab the sheet, and at that point, that will be who's speaking. Everybody agreeing with that? Does that sound fair to everybody? Can I see through that? Probably, did that? Okay, that way then we don't gotta worry about people calling me or people forgetting to call. They still have the right to come and speak.
And that will be the only way to get on.
You'll have to sign in before the meeting time.
Because we could say an individual providing comment at a meeting shall provide to the governing body. Well, we have it says in here in writing. Well, we could have that, we could say it's in writing, but it's sign up in writing, the individual's name and address and agenda topic up until the day of the meeting, until the meeting starts.
Yep.
Something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, and I know that everybody's good job, and I know I read in the paper that the county commissioner, you have to contact the county commissioner, you have to contact the auditor to get on that. So, but I don't think that's necessary. I think this is a more open and more way that they can teach without being intimidated by that. Is everybody okay with that?
Yep.
Okay, we're good with that? All right, so then we'll go to the next part. Time for public comment is limited to, how many minutes are you going to limit the whole, we can limit the public comment, how much of your meeting are you gonna allow public comment? You can set the time.
I like 20 minutes.
You like 20 minutes? Colette, what do you like?
I'm fine with 20.
Vanessa, what do you like?
30.
Bradley, what do you like?
I'd say 20.
Well, one of the beauties of being I don't have to say. I guess I can go either way. But let's talk about why 20 and why 30.
Well, depending upon how many minutes I just think I I just think it's enough, you can have 4 or 5 of them at least that would be able to speak in 20 minutes, you know, or whatever, even if you only did 5 minutes per person or whatever, or something. And they get a chance every single meeting, and it's about this month's agenda and the previous one, so you've always got 2 chances to come to a meeting to speak about a particular item. So,
You got 2 opportunities to speak about it.
right, because you have this month and the next month, you know, or whatever, and I just think for us to have 4 people or 5 people, whatever it is, stand up and talk, I think that's, you know, but that's just my opinion.
And I say 30 because if it's a big topic, if it's a big deal, which is the only time you're gonna get this used, because we're allowing it every month, you're not going to see it used very often. It was not used very often at all when Mr. Sheridan was here. So I would not be so afraid of that. I don't see why 30 minutes is obnoxious, especially if there's something big happening.
But if there is something big happening, they have 2 chances about it. And if it's something really large, like if it's a building thing or whatever, you have public forums. So when it's a really large topic, you know, or
It
something.
allows in here that we can decrease that amount. It does not allow that we can increase that amount for this policy.
I guess, but I just, you know, this is my personal opinion, I only want it to be 20 minutes, I think our meetings are long enough, and it gives I want everybody to have a chance, but they've got 2 different times to come to a meeting, that is just my personal.
So if you get 10 people to come in, you know, how are you gonna do that? You know, there's a for instance.
He has a right that if you get, whether you have 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever you have, if you have more people that show up, he has a right to either at that time, okay, let's say we do set 5 minutes per person, 20 minutes total. You have 10 people show up, you can say, well, 1 or 2 things. If we still have 20 minutes, you either all only get 2 minutes, so that all 10 of you can speak, or only 5 of you will speak and we're done in 20 minutes, and the next ones have to come to the next meeting, whatever. You can do it, you can change it.
Let's talk about this a minute before we make this decision. Are we all comfortable with 5 minutes for each? To me, 5 minutes is, 5 minutes is, if you should be able to say what you want to say in 5 minutes.
I mean, we don't, individually, I don't ever talk for
No.
10 minutes on one topic in a meeting, so why am I, but everybody else?
I think 5 is way more. My opinion.
Are you all comfortable with 5? Okay, that's what, I want to get that, okay, now let's back up now. So if we're all comfortable with 5 minutes, let's talk about a time.
Well, then that would give you, ask for 4 people, that's a lot, I think.
Bradley?
I think 5.
Think 5 is good?
Yeah, that's plenty of time.
And you think that if you're gonna give 5 minutes, 20 minutes is enough time?
4 people can stand up and talk.
4 people can stand up and talk. Also, to me, if it's gonna come to my decision, I would say, if there's 10 people that wanna talk, I'm not gonna say first come, first serve, I'm gonna say, okay, now, 20 minutes, you're all gonna get 2 minutes to talk. I think everyone should get the right to talk if they wanna talk.
The problem is,
Yeah.
the problem being is if you set it at 20 and the first 2 people are more verbose than the other 8,
Yeah.
9 and 10 might not get a chance to talk.
I know. So that's why,
But
if you have a 30-minute time limit, I think you're gonna be a little more safer. And I know that's a lot, but I still think the 30-minute might be a little safer.
But you can also, again, you have the right, according to this policy, to shorten that if need be, right?
But I don't have the right to lengthen it.
No, exactly. So,
So that's why maybe 30 minutes is not out of line.
I feel like our meetings are.
Can we always adjust this
Well,
down the road?
Our minutes
or
are,
just that policy, yeah.
I guess I just feel like if our meetings are 2 hours, and then playing public talk for 30 minutes, it's like, okay, that we're going longer, and also it's like, that's a fourth of our meeting, you know, for giving up already, so. It's, I'm not here, everybody's gonna say, oh, she doesn't want to let anybody talk. I just feel like if we haven't had hardly anybody before, now that we give 4 people a chance to stand up and talk, isn't that sufficient? But whatever, I'm just me, that's just my opinion.
James?